Now to Team MAGA, and same question for you. 1 minute each. Can you please tell us what do you feel like is the problem with the other side?
My trouble with you guys is I feel like you jumped off the train at the first sign of trouble. Yes, Iran is very complicated. It's a huge, high-stakes chess move.
Yeah, that's like breaking up with your girlfriend the first time she cheats on you, man. Why would you do that? Like, there's so much more in store for you. Just stick around. It'll get better. Fuck you. Fuck you, Gavin. And I like Gavin.
And I am confident it's going to win. I don't see it as a war. I don't see this as a quagmire. But separately, I'm very happy with Trump so far because I'm a culture guy.
Sounds drunk.
And the gender thing is over. Calling someone a racist is over. Woke is over. And that we've been dealing with that since Obama, since 2008. And now you look at the left protesting, it's a bunch of old ladies with no king signs. They're the uncool side, finally. And I thank Trump very much for that because I think politics is downstream from culture, as Breitbart said, and we're winning the culture. And by the way, winning the culture also means...
How are you winning the culture? Like, he gets booed out of every stadium he goes in now. What are you talking about winning the culture? 90% of America hates him. Even people who voted for him hate him. How are you winning the culture, Gavin? Please elaborate.
Political things like immigrants don't feel safe sneaking into here and terrorists don't feel safe bombing us.
AL.
You can't even get an act to go and play for our nation's birthday because everybody hates Trump so much now. How are you winning culture? That's just insanity. Love how they assert things, never back it up.
I think, love or hate Trump, he's a stubborn individual. And when we go topic by topic tonight and discuss each promise, I can point to a specific timeline when he said in 2016 when he was campaigning, in 2020 when he was campaigning, and 2024 when he was campaigning. And so I think this mass hysteria, this doomerism that's happening is purely fueled by clicks online and how to derive the most outrage from the American people.
You don't get your video shown when you talk about that nation. So no, it's not for clicks. You would get a lot more clicks if you just don't bring it up.
I think it's a demoralization op to make Americans feel guilty and ashamed of being an American. And I think when you look at what Trump promised and what he's doing, they're the exact same. And I think the only thing that you could say is that, number one, you weren't paying attention. Number two, you were blindly part of a cult that didn't exist in 2024.
You weren't paying attention. If you heard him say no new wars, and now we're in a new war, we weren't paying attention. Right, sure. Back that up too, bitch.
And I think now specifically it is driven by mass clicks online, largely driven by foreign entities who would like to see.
You get kicked off of TikTok if you even make a video talking about this stuff. I lost one for one Epstein video. I got 3 strikes on one video. Whole channel got nuked, had to start over from scratch. That's how, for clicks? What are you talking about, moron?
Americans divided and the Republicans lose in 26 and 28.
Linda.
I pretty much agree with everything that he's saying. I think a lot of this is, to be honest with you, a psychological operation similar to COVID. I think for these two individuals, the libertarians, they need to know their place in the coalition. They were never...
Our place? You can't win without us, bitch. What are you talking about? Know our place? You need to know your place with that accent, lady.
MAGA, I've looked at other tweets. I know who they are. There was not 32 promises made to libertarians. There were 20 promises made to the American people. Agenda 47, which do not include a lot of the things that Josie said. As far as Owen, he has a personal vendetta against Trump because he thinks that...
She didn't even go to the convention. She doesn't know what promises they made to libertarians. She's talking out her ass. That's what women do.
Trump should just have his own personal revenge. Emily, I know she hasn't tuned out exactly, but I think as far as the Epstein files, I completely disagree. I'm an Epstein freak, as I told you, and I think the case has been completely misrepresented by figures, Alex Jones and others, to have clicks and views, and there's no such thing as a massive panic pedo elite raping children.
Shots fired.
Yeah, so let's not look into it, because if you don't look into it, it doesn't exist. And I don't care what you have to say. You have cankles, bitch.
All right, David.
The issue I have with the other side is that they want to indoctrinate our children in schools and bring them out to protest into the street when they don't even know what communism and Marxism is, but yet they're marching behind that banner. The other side wants to put us in jail. The other side wants to see that we have no say in our elections. The other side wants us to open up the border so we have no representation, so they can murder and rape our women in the United States. That's the other side. They're not the other side.
Why are you mad at the other side? Trump did this. He knew that you're not going to keep the libertarians when you lie to their face. So he blew up the coalition just to support that country that we can't talk about. So how is it our fault for whenever we do what he knew we were going to do? Like, he could end this now, come back home, close the war down, leave it hanging. And I think it would go a long way with a lot of people if he would just abandon Israel. But he won't do it because he doesn't care about you or the Republican bullshit. All he cares about is Zionism and Israel. I shouldn't have said the
side.
word.
They're just a different side of our coin. And I think this is a healthy discussion because we can disagree on policy, but we have to remember who the other side is. It's not them. And I think this discussion is necessary because
The other side is the Zionist side at this point, shithead. I'm done with left versus right. A lot of people are.
we can show who the other side is, that we can disagree with each other and still love America. The other side hates America. The other side doesn't want this happening. So that's the other side. I have no issue with it.
Yeah, the other side that doesn't want to see our country taken over by that country, yeah, they hate America, right? No, they hate Israel. The country we're not supposed to talk about, that I keep talking about, that's what they hate. We don't hate America. We love America. That's why we don't want to be taken over and have to go fight wars for some, reptilians out in the desert.
What they're saying.
So I want to start tonight by playing a clip of this administration's campaign promises from 2016 through 2024, and then open up the floor to both sides.
I will end the devastating inflation crisis immediately, bring down interest rates, and lower the cost of energy.
We're going to bring those prices way down.
A vote for Trump means your groceries will be cheaper. Groceries,
Really?
cars. I want to stop all payments to big insurance companies and instead give that money directly to the people so they can buy their own health care. All illegal
Aw.
entry will immediately be halted, and we will begin the process of returning millions and millions of criminal aliens back to the places from which they came. When we win back
Unless they work in a hotel or on a farm or, anywhere that my campaign contributors own a business.
the White House, we will have no higher priority than ending the weaponization of this horrible legal system. I am the candidate of peace. I am peace. People don't believe that. I am peace.
A vote for Donald Trump is a vote for a man who wants to end wars, not start them.
These endless wars that we've been in, I've gotten us out of so many.
We don't want to get into wars. We're tired of fighting. I'm the only president in the last 84 years that didn't start a war. Under Trump, we will have no more wars, no more wars, no more wars. Before I even arrive at the Oval Office, I will have the disastrous war between Russia and Ukraine settled.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah. I would.
Yeah.
All right. I guess I would.
Last night, Trump said he's thinking about using 20% of the savings to pay down debt and giving another 20% to Americans. That could potentially mean checks up to $5,000.
Waging war on government
Aw.
waste, fraud, and abuse, and they're curbing inflation and saving taxpayers billions and billions of dollars every single day. And we're going to be giving back refunds out of the tariffs because we've taken in literally trillions of dollars.
So have President Trump and this administration's agenda radically shifted from its
Oh.
core message that
Oh, did those trillions of dollars have to go to this war we don't want? Oh, damn. Keep my 5,000, I guess.
people voted for? And if not, how do we explain the discrepancy between these
Let me address this real quick, too. Yeah, anti-Israel leftist is still a leftist. Yes, they are leftists, and that sucks. I hate leftists, too. But they are Americans, so I'm going to vote for Americans before I'm going to vote for people who are loyal to a different country, right? That's where we have to be now. This is not tenuous. We're not going to just keep fighting wars for that country because they have a lot of people they want to fight wars with. I'm not going to vote for any crazy leftist, but if they get a calm one, I'll think about it. I'm probably still going to vote libertarian. I'm not voting for another Republican until the Zionism is off the menu.
campaign promises and what people are seeing?
Well, I'd say the tape pretty much speaks for itself. I think the challenge is going to be upon them to explain how any of that has happened. The only thing I heard on that tape that has happened to this day is that the border is secure. Nothing else that he says in that video, none of it has happened.
Be specific. What hasn't happened?
We haven't deported millions of illegals.
We have deported 2.5 people,
No,
2.5
there have not
million
been
people.
2.5 million.
Yes.
Yeah, the number she just made up because they won't tell us how many they've deported, so we just guess, right? And we'll just take her guesstimate on the numbers because they stopped telling us.
In fact,
We have.
Trump has deported less than Barack Obama.
You just
we
said you
have.
liked the border. That was the only good
No,
thing.
we have.
The border is different
Illegal
than
crossings are
deportations.
down at like
Owen.
zero.
The border is different than deportations.
Obama
So we need more
deported
deportations.
3.1 million people in
Now,
8
granted,
years.
Obama-
8 years.
who deported more,
Obama
Obama or
deported
Trump?
3.1 million
Obama-
people in 8 years.
Obama
we have
fudged those
done
numbers.
2.5
He
million.
includes turnaways.
So when Trump comes out and says we have to keep the workers here because our economy needs them, so we're not doing mass deportations, how do you explain that?
No, Trump has the largest deportation operation in American history. He literally is still ongoing, and he's actually getting opposition from inside his own party. He's being so effective at it, and we're not even talking about it anymore.
So you guys are okay with the deportations?
No, the problem with your own party is because you're letting the people who work in hotels and farms stay. You said mass deportations. This is not mass deportations. I don't even think that we're going to beat Obama's numbers. We might, but it doesn't seem like they have much will anymore.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's just a difference.
And remember when
they're
you
adequate after having 10, 15 million come in under Biden alone, and you're going to bring up a 2 million figure? Is it?
Well, that's kind of my point, is look at the quagmire he inherited. 12 million people is more than Ellis Island in its totality.
Right, but that's the whole point, is that if you're going to promise mass deportations and only deliver, as Linda's saying, 2 million.
He's deporting more than any president.
2.5 million in a year and a half.
He's slowing it down, too.
Whenever you were voting, did you vote thinking, hey, he's going to keep all the ones in hotels and farms? No, he said all. That is a break of the campaign promise, whether you like it or not.
He's not slowing
it down.
Well, that's the rhetoric that they're giving us.
Right, because you guys now propagate fake news.
Listen,
that's what you guys.
I'm listening to Trump.
That's what you guys do.
Literally,
You
it's
guys-
Trump
you guys
saying.
This little fat Mexican likes to project, don't she?
Push fake news.
Trump multiple times from the White House has said we have to keep these illegal workers here. That's his own word. So is Trump fake news?
I haven't heard that.
Did you not talk about
You're the one that says we don't pay attention. You seem to not
Did
pay
I say
attention.
you don't pay attention? I said you're
That's what seems to be
spreading
the
fake
case
news,
here.
and you have.
And yet you can't say
And you
anything.
have.
What's the fake news?
Everything
You how can
Yeah, her example, everything. Sure. I watch Owen Report every night. He is not propagating fake news. He is telling you the real news, and these people just don't like it.
Everything you post, everything you post on social media is fake news. Everything.
I'd
And now
love to
you
hear you
post
say one thing.
Let it
socialist
derail
talking
you, Owen.
points from Kamala Harris's fact check posts. That's what you do now. You're a socialist now.
You just admitted you don't pay attention to the Trump administration.
I
and
do
you're
pay
gonna
attention.
accuse me
I'm
of
sorry I
fake
didn't pay attention
news,
to that
but you don't
clip.
even know
I'm
what you're
sorry I
talking
didn't pay. That's why I said play
Real
it.
quick, 'cause I did see something about Trump, and he was talking about like wanting to keep illegals when it comes to farming and agriculture and all those things. And I was like, okay, that's not what I personally
Linda, have you
voted
seen that or
for.
not?
I have
Yeah,
not.
but we're
Even
one
blonde.
nuance here. Because he said we have to keep some illegals here for farm work, etc. It doesn't mean he's against deporting illegal
don't
aliens.
have those visas.
You keep doing these blanket statements. Yes, he did say that we need to keep some illegals here. That doesn't mean he doesn't want to deport as many as humanly possible.
But is that not an obvious concession to his
But
own?
why did he want
That's
to keep
what
them?
the presidency is about. It's about.
But why? Hold on.
That's what it's about. Selling out your base, not following through on campaign promises. That's what presidency's about. Well, we're not voting for that anymore, Gavin.
Hold on. Why? He's in his second term. Did we not get promised extraordinary measures, and is he delivering on them?
Nobody serious can ever argue that Trump has not stopped the border invasion that's happening and not mass deported. That's not you guys.
I'm arguing it. I'm serious, and I can argue it. He is not. Whenever he says he's going to let them stay in hotels and farms, you're not doing mass deportations at that point, right? And wouldn't that just encourage everyone to go get a job with Trump so you don't get deported or go work on a farm? You're just telling them how to stay, dick.
Can't be serious right now. 2.3
absolutely serious.
2.3 million people have been deported in 1.5 years. Asylum claims 2 years ago were at 50%. Today they're at 7%. The border, 12 million people came into the country under Biden.
He just keeps making these numbers up too. More than 12 million came in, and I'm going above that. More than 12 came in, and his number, they're deported this many. You don't know. They won't release the numbers. What are you, magic? You can just look into the numbers they're not telling us?
Biden. 2.3 million have left. There's no net new migration into this country right now.
That's pretty good.
I actually can't see where you're.
We're not even getting back to baseline of Trump when he left office, and you guys are taking victory laps.
How quickly
We're not taking victory laps.
You are.
We're saying that we're
It's like they don't understand. Yes, you had a lot of people here. That's why we need mass deportations. None of this let some stay bullshit. You had a big job to do, and you're not doing it. If you match Obama's, then it does nothing, because we'll still be at net positive immigration because you're letting all those other people stay. So those 12 million from Biden will still just get to stay. So what does that matter? If you don't deport over 12 million, then you didn't finish the job.
getting done. We're not taking victory laps.
Who's taking a victory lap?
What is the number that you guys? I'd like to see at least 10 million people.
2.3 million.
agree.
I'd love that. So what's the number?
2.3 million people in a year and a half is sufficient to us to say that, and shutting down the border, which is a huge victory for this country, you're saying that that's not sufficient. The burden is on you to tell us.
This is how brainwashed they are. They think the border was supposed to be open, and this is something that he did that's not supposed. It's supposed to be that way. The border's not supposed to be open.
What would a sufficient number be for Owen?
I'd say at least 10 million in 4 years at a minimum.
And propose a plan for the Trump administration to deport 4 times when ICE has already been deployed throughout the country. When we spent billions of dollars on ICE to deport people. Please give us a plan, a basic plan of how that's going to happen. Well, I'm sure it's going to come up that you're saying prices aren't going down. If we start deporting all the farm.
I got you, Mario Lopez. Here's the plan. How about we just enforce the rules already on the books, right? It's already illegal, up to being a felony for hiring illegal immigrants. Why don't you just go after the businesses? That's a lot easier than rounding them up where they live, round up a bunch of cockroaches, or round up the food the cockroaches go eat at. That's a lot easier, right? How about you just enforce the laws already on the books, and we won't have to deal with this. They won't have a reason to be here. They'll want to go home. They'll take that $1,000 to go home. There you go, problem solved.
Farm workers immediately like that. please explain how prices don't rise for the average American at the grocery store as well.
I love that logic because that's exactly what you're asking Americans for this war in Iran, to pay more for gas.
We're not talking about Iran right
that's
now.
Logic.
You love switching the topic. We're talking about
logical
consistency. We're talking about
if you're going to ask
deportation.
Americans to pay more for gas for a war in the Middle East for foreign and special interests, but you're not going to ask Americans to pay more to keep Americans employed in our own country?
I'm more than happy to discuss the Iran war.
Good point, Zebulon. So who did that, right? Trump knew this was going to happen. Like, he's not stupid enough to think he's just going to lie on all these campaign promises and everybody's just going to keep voting for the party. He is betraying you. That's not on us. Like, you can't expect us to just keep voting for the same assholes that keep committing the crimes. If you're not going to do nothing about it, we'll get someone who does. That's the issue.
I'm more than happy to talk about the Iran war, more than happy, and it's not going to go well for you. So let's stick to mass deportations. I asked you to propose a basic plan for how we can get 4 times the number of people that Trump has currently deported out of the country in a year and a half.
Okay, sure. First of all, if you want to stop the illegals from coming here, you close the border. He's done that. Second of all the people that come here and send money back to their home country, I would tax that at 90%. You're going to come here and work here, you're going to send money overseas, we're going to tax that at 90%. Guess what? They're not going to come here anymore. They're not going to work here anymore. 2, if you're working in this country illegally and we catch you, deported. No questions asked. Bye.
These are do you not think that's happening? Do you not think that's happening?
That is not happening. Trump is keeping
It's happening, but not to a degree
you
sufficient.
think ICE has caught people who are working in this country illegally?
Owen's little solution there is nice. I like that. That's elegant. But if you just go after the people hiring them, that's even better. Then they have no money to send back. So we still win. They got to go home one way or another.
Check their papers and be like, you're here illegally, and just said, go back?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Can you provide any evidence?
Wait, no,
of
hold
that?
on, Owen. You talked about the money that's going back to foreign countries. Somalia was the #1 place where actually money, fraudulently obtained money, was being sent to Somalia. And Trump, through a massive operation, stopped that in Minnesota, and we saw what the backlash was. And look at the danger that the ICE agents are facing just because
So I
Trump
agree with
is
that.
doing it.
Now that you could maybe blame on Pam Bondi, but that's because we did not take care of these groups that fund and organize this stuff. So
But we
why
are
aren't
now.
going
Even
after-
under Pam Bondi, we started going to Minnesota. We went to California.
Who's been arrested?
Well, there were people.
And there's the
no, there
problem.
have been people.
None of
prosecuted.
them.
Yes,
The
there have
people
been.
that
He's thinking of
organize these
California.
riots and are disrupting ICE.
They did not arrest them in Minnesota. They arrested the ones in California. And it wasn't even a lot of them. It was like 20 of them. This is a lot bigger than 20. Like, that is statewide, they're doing that. That's not anything. 20 arrests.
None of them have been arrested. And all we see now is they have some financial crimes that they're investigating for the Southern Poverty Law Center. They're going to get a slap on the wrist.
But there have been people arrested, right? So
There's been plenty of scammers.
There's a great
In
example.
California.
How do we just get, we were talking about mass, let's stick to the topic. Mass deportation.
Okay, let's go.
You still haven't provided
Every single individual.
I'll talk about Iran.
I'll
talk about
continue.
Pam Bondi somehow. And you talked about.
But it's campaign promises. The
Well,
top-
we're talking about
we're not hopscotching here. The current topic
No, we're talking about whatever we want, Mario Lopez. You don't decide this. Who are you? The new moderator? Shut the fuck up.
was mass deportations. It wasn't sufficient for this panel. So I'm asking them, you said 10 million. What is the number for you?
I think we need to.
10 million is 10,000 a day for the rest of
Wait,
his
10?
residents.
It needs to at least match what Biden let in at minimum.
Okay.
That's 10,000 a day.
But you don't
That's a
know.
bitch.
You also have to
It's a
take into
nightmare.
consideration the resources. We just fought
Not if you get them to do it themselves. If you take away the jobs, they got to go. They're not going to stay here and be broke.
more.
Okay,
DHS just got billions of
of course,
dollars.
of course, resources are always
exactly.
an issue.
They're
However-
building more holding facilities. All of that takes time. You expected this to get done
And
in
the
what, day one?
DNC is thwarting police work, so we're getting riots at every deportation. 10,000 people a day have to leave to get to a number 10 million, and we're getting riots in the streets, people being shot, just as ICE try to do their job, because the DNC has totally crippled law enforcement.
So once again, we're in the business of excuse making, and you're admitting it's not happening.
We never said that.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Nobody's
I'm
Can you
serious.
also stop lying? Obama didn't deport more people than Trump. Obama deported 3.1 total people and total million
That includes
in
turnaways.
8 years.
It includes people turned away as well.
Exactly.
Okay, but this also shows that different Republicans want different things when it comes to mass deportation. Some people are like 5 million, 10 people,
No, I
and
think
then
we all
some
want
people
the
like
same
Matt
thing.
Walsh is like, I want 0
No, I think
in
we
this
all want.
country.
I think we all want everybody deported. I think just the timeline we're talking about. But the thing is, and Linda made a great point with respect to the ramp up to the deportations. There's a lot of people in this country who should have been paroled into the country. They were saying, hey, make sure you come back for your court date. That's cool. But the reason why Biden had to let them go because so many were coming across, we literally couldn't house them. There's nowhere to put them. So the ramp up to that was places like Alligator Alcatraz, which, by the way, they're talking about shutting down now because they've deported all the people they had to hold there. So the first step in all of this is to build the facilities to take all the people that we have to hold.
Mission accomplished, I guess. Let's shut down Alligator Alcatraz and let's just call it a day then. We've deported them all. Look around. They're not all deported, bitch. I live in a place. I can tell you they're not all deported.
Until we can give them the due process necessary to
But
kick
the
them out.
problem is,
But hold on,
where
one other point.
were they
Yeah.
before? They were all here.
Yeah, so we had to round them up, and that takes a lot of time. But
This dude actually used that the prison where they hold all the people they're trying to deport is empty as a plus for them. hey, maybe get back out on the street and fill that prison back up then. Because we got a lot of people here, right? Y'all are acting like this is mission accomplished. It is not mission accomplished.
Other thing is the funding element. The big beautiful bill included tens of millions of dollars to DHS, billions of dollars to DHS to ramp up operations, hire extra agents to build these facilities. It took a year almost to pass the big beautiful bill, past July 4th of last year, because Republicans were blocking it. And so Trump, through his leadership, got that bill across the board. And if it wasn't for the big beautiful bill, the Democrats would have been able to defund ICE and Border Patrol, which they have tried to do. And so all of that takes time. And so in just a year and a half, we've been able to fight back bad Republicans, build the facility to house the illegals, round them up, get them the hell out, continue the operations. And I think the number of
Wait, what bad Republicans are you fighting back? Who are these bad Republicans? Are you talking about Thomas Massie? You calling him the bad Republican, the one who doesn't want us ruled by that other country? That's bad in your purview because he won't vote for all the pork that Trump tries to put in the big beautiful bill. Yeah, I wouldn't vote for that shit either. Oh, more
deportations will actually ramp up in the years to come. But I understand we all want them out immediately. They're
Can I ask the
Yeah,
MAGA team a question?